What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to day 263. It's the day after the 5x5, or should I say 4x5 and 1x7 with 200 kg. And I went out to celebrate a little bit with a friend. So I only slept like 4 hours during the night and had a 45-minute nap. I mean, it's not the worst. Um, I didn't drink anything. I prepared my food and everything for the next day in advance, the breakfast and stuff. So I didn't have to get up extremely early before being at work. I could just heat up my food and then get to it. But yeah, things actually moved well. I didn't feel that tired. And I've talked about with a friend some days before this that like just one single day of bad sleep or just like drinking a little bit maybe don't do a lot to you. When you see these studies about, well, sleeping less than 8 hours increases injury risk by 50%, that's probably not if you only sleep like 6 hours or 5 hours for one night, but if you do it consistently over and over again, and obviously, if time after time I went and only slept for 4 or 5 hours, I would start to feel the side effects of that, and the performance in my training would decrease. But I didn't really notice any performance decreasement in this training. I was a little bit sore on my hamstrings. It is now 3 days later. I'm still sore after the Sergio Jefferson curls a little bit because I pushed everything extremely hard for that training. So that was kind of expected. But it's good that I have like 3 easy weeks now, like the deload week and then 2 weeks with standard load for the next block where I don't have anything where I push it beyond that. So I can actually get used to what is going to be a heavier block now. Obviously because I'm stronger, but also because I'm going to do a set of 3 plus 4 sets of 5. Yeah, so for my deload, I'm gonna do pause squats only. Reason being, I want to spare my knees a lot, my back, my Achilles tendon, things like that. I want everything to heal up, and by doing so, I'm using less weight, and I'm using no bounce, which takes a lot of stress off my back and my knees and my hips and my ankles. So that is why I do that. But yeah, 5x5 160 for the SSB moved as fast as it always does, so nothing to be upset about there. I think one of the things about getting stronger is it's not just the fact that you're getting stronger, it's also mentally, because I think 150 is definitely moving faster than 140 did in the SSB. And it's not just that I'm suddenly 10 kilos stronger when I increase the weight, but the fact that now I'm thinking of it as being an easy weight, a standard load, where I know I can just do this day in, day out. And the fact that I just do it more and more and more, I get more comfortable with it and get the feeling that, okay, I can just move this extremely fast. So there's nothing to worry about. I'm not going to get injured with this. I can just attack the hole and so on. Well, it's not necessarily that my force development has improved, but it's just much more um, psychologically. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a thing I have thought about many times, not really talked about, because I don't know if it's a thing, but I think a lot of people can relate to it, having that feeling that you move up in weight, and it's just like sometimes you just have to do it for the weight to actually start to feel heavy, to feel light. And the more that you try it, it just feels better and better. And it's not the fact that you are suddenly just way, way stronger, but it's the fact that you just are getting more better feeling for the weight, trying it more and more. And that for that reason, it feels a lot better. So yeah. Um but after that, a new exercise on the rotation of the bench press on Sundays, which was the floor press for the first week, 5x5 with 105, which is a really good place to start, especially since I'm doing post reps. So the goal is to maybe get up to 5x5 with 125 post. So the thing is that the range of motion here is not cut off that much. And there's no chance to use leg drive, so it's basically a Larsen press. So I can hit 5x5 with 125. And that, I mean, that would be phenomenal. So then I'm going to pull-ups and a big focus on just moving fast. Also, I'm eating food right now, so that's why maybe the sound is a little bit weird. But yeah, so only 5 kg on the pull-ups, but a ton of volume, 5x6 reps. Yeah, moved extremely fast. Really just a lot of focus and just like slamming my chest against the bar. Just thinking about having to actually pull through the bar as if it wasn't there. I think that worked well. For lateral raises, an absurd amount of volume. 3 sets of 14 with 14 kg. And even there, I could feel the tiredness in my right hamstring, especially. I was leaning on my left shoulder and putting pressure in with the right leg to stay on the bench properly. So definitely a lot of fatigue. But with an easy week, there's time to catch up. And after that, I did 7 D6 and 1 D4 with what is 38 kg in the preacher curl, the same as last week. But considering the bad sleep maybe have an impact, I think that's pretty good. So that is gonna be all for Brute Strength Day 263, and I'll see you all for the next one. I'm out.